Hey everybody, Amanda Coulong with TechZulu Live here at South by Southwest Interactive. I'm now sitting here with Matt Edelman with Glossi. And what's really sad is Glossi is based in LA and we've never sat down and actually talked with each other. We had to come to Austin to do that.
I think it's definitely my fault.
I love this. I love this. He's even claiming ownership. Glossi is doing so much with the self-publishing space. Like, so many people are using your platform now to make some cool digital magazines and some big names. How on earth did you get this momentum going with Glossi?
I think it has a lot to do with the product. We started showing people the product very early in our life cycle before we went live, and the reaction was just terrific from the very beginning.
I might have had a beta code before it went public.
I hope you did. I hope you got to see it early and got to see the magic even before it happened.
Do you want to describe a little bit about how the platform itself works?
Sure. So anyone can go into Glossi and add content to their account, either from their hard drive or another website, and then take that content and build a digital magazine using page templates that we provide, all of which are customizable, and they can handle video, audio, animations, images, graphics.
So we're not just talking any old digital magazine. This is like a multimedia digital magazine.
Yeah, we think of it as a rich media magazine, and it's sort of gotten a lot of attention because you can combine media types and you can do that in a way that puts narrative together that's just more engaging and unique than what you find with other solutions.
I like that you used the word narrative, because there's a lot of discussion in the media world right now around storytelling and coming back to storytelling and personal narratives, corporate narratives, weaving narratives together using technology. So would you say that that's sort of a key value proposition with Glossi?
It seems to be. I mean, our initial traction has really been with marketers. So anybody who has an idea, a product, a property, a service that they're trying to market, that ranges from bloggers to artists to fashion brands and retailers and consumer products companies. They all have to tell a story. And when they tell that story, being able to use a tool that makes it more compelling and rich and engaging than a blog post or a post on Facebook or a tweet seems to really resonate.
So aside from, Max Quick, Pocket Independent, famous authors like Mark Jeffrey, who else is building some interesting rich media magazines on Glossi? Give me some good examples.
I don't know if I can give any that don't pale in comparison, but we have a lot of fashion brands. DKNY has been using Glossi really since our start and has produced, 8 or 9 different magazines. Diana von Furstenberg, Brian Atwood, Ann Taylor. We have Lucky Magazine, Girl Life Magazine, Four Seasons, The Standard. It's been pretty exciting. And a couple of online retailers, Revolve Clothing, Rent the Runway.
Wow. So, and you haven't been around that long. How did you get these mainstream names? I mean, did you chase some of them? Did they come find you? What was the strategy for you guys?
We have a little bit of a history with the company in the fashion space, and so we had some relationships and went back to them when we had the product. They saw it, they loved it, they wanted to have a Glossi, they wanted to put it in front of their own audiences. And once we got a few early users that had brand name recognition, we got a lot of attention. And we had a terrific launch article in the New York Times. It was even in the print section, the print edition of the style section.
Even the print edition. You don't hear that these days with the tech companies.
Well, it's sort of...
We went mainstream.
We went right into the mainstream. But the thing that mattered is that's where it seemed a lot of the marketers found us.
Yeah.
And so when we were in that publication, we got dozens. And we've had probably 350 inbound inquiries from brands in the past couple of months.
That's amazing. And how many people are currently using Glossi right now? How's the growth been?
Well, we're still restricting access to create Glossis, and so we're not letting everybody in to create, but we've had, several 100,000 views of Glossies to date, and in the millions of views of pages within Glossies.
Nice. So just the engagement alone is through the roof with that then?
Yeah, the time people are spending inside of a Glossy dwarfs the amount of time that they spend on a blog post or an article. It's been very encouraging.
And where did the idea come from for you?
You know, it was a collaborative effort. We were thinking about doing something new. We wanted to take advantage of what was happening in the visual, storytelling world. In the earliest part of my career, was in the comic book business. I was on the entertainment side of comic books and really understood the affinity for that manner of storytelling. And with everything happening across devices that are alternative to the PCs, it really seemed there was an opportunity to put together a publishing system that would be fun, easy, and really wonderful in terms of its output across all devices.
And it is super easy to use too. I mean, I don't know anything about design, I need a WYSIWYG, I need drag and drop, I need the basics, and you can make something that looks really professional without needing any of that knowledge.
That was really the key. I mean, we saw other platforms out there, and they just weren't easy to use. You had to have a design, resource, or you had to know how to use Photoshop or InDesign or Illustrator. You had to have some kind of a software, package, and we wanted to eliminate those barriers, and I think we've done a nice job so far.
So when does everybody else get to experience making Glossies?
We're still doling out invitations on a regular basis. We'll probably take down the invitation barrier within the next 2 to 3 months.
Great. Well, if people that watch TechZulu would like to get in, could they maybe get a handful of beta codes?
I think what we can do is, if you are a TechZulu fan and you ask for an invitation today, we will let you in by the end of the day.
That is pretty cool. Thank you, Matt Edelman.
Anything for TechZulu.
Well, anything for Glossi then too, because I'm a fan. I've been using it. It's really cool. Any thoughts on South by Southwest before we wrap up?
It's actually my first time at South by.
It's your first South by too. There's so many South by Virgins this year.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the category I'm in, and I haven't been, I don't think, to one official South by event or occasion.
It's because you're with all the veterans that are here.
And they're veterans from every city in the country, and the relationship building opportunities and the networking are extraordinary. Yeah. We had a great day yesterday with a group of LA companies who were presenting as part of Silicon Beach Sunday. Yep.
Nicole Jordan and Digital LA put that together?
Yes, they did, and it was a massive success. I couldn't believe how many people came to the event, really interested in what was happening in LA, which was quite exciting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, given it's our city, we can both put out the plug. LA is definitely growing a lot with tech. For the last 5 years, for us anyway, we've seen a massive spike.
Oh, without question, you really start to understand the value that's being created there when investors from other cities are starting to look around, and there were several who are not LA based who came by the event yesterday, so that was good.
And also just lots of tech people from other markets that are moving to LA, so that's a good sign too.
In fact, we actually had somebody come over to us and ask if we were hiring because he was moving from Austin to LA.
Look out, Austin, we're stealing your people.
We should be so lucky.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us here, and hopefully TechZulu will hang out with Glossi back in Los Angeles.
We would love that. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. Everybody, this has been Matt Edelman with Glossi, and I'm Amanda Coulong, TechZulu Live here at South by Southwest.